and then finish him off. There we go. Lovely stuff. Good headbutt. And there we go. Let us finish off this poor little noble. And there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. They are very much dead now. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today we're playing Total War Warhammer 2 with actually the latest brand new fantastic DLC that has just released onto the market. It's the Silence and the Fury, and I'm playing the fantastic early access release version, and today I'm going to be showcasing some of my favorite dubious features that the developers snuck into this update. It's perfectly balanced, completely and utterly broken, and of course fantastically hilarious. Do you like seeing immortal units that can't die? Do you like printing money harder than Venezuela, consequently making it completely and utterly meaningless? Then you're going to love this update. It's absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive into this majestic game, so make sure you sat back, relaxed, you have a nice warm cup of tea in hand, and heck, if you're feeling especially fantastic, you can even like the video. Now, we're going to start a brand new campaign on the Eye of the Vortex map and play as one of the brand new lords of this campaign. You see, we could play as Oxyotl here, who's effectively the Viet Cong of the lizard men. He's absolutely hilarious. All of his units are practically invisible and can break the AI, but they require a lot of micromanagement and can die easily. On the other end of the spectrum, we have Taurox the Brass Bull. He is a bull that can physically not die after his skin was turned to brass because he killed so many things. He's fantastic. He gives incredible bonuses to beastmen, but we're going to be using him to completely and utterly decimate the balance of everything. Now, rather interestingly, we're going to be playing the campaign on very hard and the battles on normal, and this is for one very simple reason. Playing the campaign difficulty on very hard for Taurox is actually playing it on very easy, because on a very hard campaign, the AI will just summon armies out of thin air and replenish them like no tomorrow. Normally, this is an inconvenience, but Taurox is a rampaging horde faction who gains momentum for the more battles that he fights. Every time he fights a battle, he gains more momentum. More momentum is more movement and more battles, and when you stack it as hard as possible, it's entirely manageable to actually beat his campaign in 14 turns. That's right, 14 turns. It normally takes hundreds of turns to beat a Total War campaign, but no, this guy can do it in 14, provided you play on the hardest difficulties. But anyway, it's time for us to dive on in and absolutely break the balance that Taurox has. So, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the map. Here we are, playing as the legendary Taurox the Brass Bull. Currently, we're not exactly anything fancy, but don't worry, we're going to become very powerful very quickly. Now, we're going to basically be using two separate exploits that decimate the balance of this game. You see, Taurox is incredibly powerful, and this is for several reasons. Number one, his tech tree is completely and utterly incredible. Increases in movement range, increases in damage for all of his units. It's absolutely wonderful stuff indeed. All of these technologies make him basically impossible to kill. And then there's also the rewards for Dread. Dread is a score that we get from just simply killing people in battle. The more Dread we get, the better. There's just one minor issue. This Dread can be spent to massively break the game and summon infinite quantities of money, and even more excitingly, Taurox has a shop. That's right, he has a shop where he can buy things using money that he gains from just going around the world and breaking stuff. Now, gaining money as Taurox isn't challenging, especially when you exploit the game, but what do you even do with this money? Well, Taurox for some reason has an unlimited supply of this item right here, the Blind Eye of Seeing. This is one of the greatest items in the game, and you can give it to every single character that you own. The spell is pretty simple. You summon a Cygor. You get to summon 2 Cygors in fact, but of course if you pick up this technology here, you actually get to summon 3 Cygors. This effectively allows every single character in your army to summon 3 Cygors every single battle. Now, if you don't know what a Cygor is, it's a gigantic monster dude who yeets boulders the size of houses onto peasants, and guess what? He does a pretty good job of it, and you can just buy as many of these as you like. It's fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to run around and basically do a lot of the opening of this campaign. It mostly involves just smashing up a whole bunch of Dark Elves, and then we'll probably head on north and try and take out Malekith. I'll be back in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 15 turns, and we've murdered a lot of elves. All of the starting clans around us are now dead, as well as the main Dark Elf faction that resides over here in Nagorond. We murdered them very quickly. Now, you might be wondering what we're going to do next, and well, I kind of want to pick up the Sword of Cain, which is located right on over here. It's also turn 15, but Taurox here is actually level 18. This is because he's able to fight multiple battles each turn. In fact, we can even replenish his movement right now and get him heading over in this direction to continue fighting the Dark Elves. However, I actually have a mission for him. I need to get some chariots in my army, which means I need more money. So away we go on our lovely little adventure to go and murder things. And now we're going to make our way over to here, and heck, there's even a quest battle that we could fight. Ooh, that might be a good idea. Although, you know what, I should probably show off how to gain infinite money, seeing as I actually need some money because I want to buy some of these units. Well, here's how you get money in this game, ladies and gentlemen. The average Taurox Brass Ball player will go from location to location, raising it to the ground and generating money by doing that. Instead, here's how we, an enlightened individual, do it. Simply go to the Recruiter Lord menu and find yourself a Lord to recruit. Next up, make sure you have any of these perks here unlocked. So far, we've got the perks so that new Horde armies are raised with a Horde encampment building at level 2. We can actually spend another 1,000 and make it so that new Horde armies are raised with even more buildings. That's what we're going to do. So this just cost us 1,750 dread. So we've made those purchases. Fantastic. And what are we going to do? Well, we recruit ourselves a Lord. Now, you might notice that every single unit in the Chaos roster is free, including armies. We don't pay upkeep on them. So when we recruit ourselves a Doom Bull here, we can go over to his Horde encampment area and see that, oh, hang on a second, this is pretty interesting. He's got some buildings that already exist. And the thing about buildings in this game, ladies and gentlemen, is that they can be demolished for money. So we're just going to put him inside of this encampment and then demolish both of these buildings. It will cost 1 turn for both of these buildings to be demolished and is going to give us 4,800 gold or 4,800 chaos favor. This isn't too bad, and we can do this once every turn, effectively allowing for a continuous income of 4,500 whether or not we're actually raising things to the ground. 4,500 is very useful because after 2 turns it means we can buy ourselves another Blind Eye of Seeing, also known as the overpowered spell of doom. Anyway, we're going to go over here and kill Harganeth because why not? They've basically got nothing defending this city. Let's just waltz on in. Close victory, low casualties. How on earth are we going to lose a unit in this fight? I don't think the AI knows how this battle's going to go because I mean I have some chaos spawn and some gigantic minotaurs. Well, I'll be back in a moment after I massacre these elves. Well, I decided to ignore the auto resolve and it was the right decision because we only lost 2 units for that entire battle and they are dead. This is fantastic. We get to loot and raise and get 7 grand if we wanted, or I could just heal all of my units. Yeah, I'll just heal all of my units, get 10% health back. Why not? That's fantastic. Now we're going to spend 1 turn building the Chariots building, which is necessary. The next turn we'll actually do the quest mission. Alright, I think we're in a fantastic position to go and fight this quest battle, so in we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fantastically balanced. The game itself predicts a valiant defeat, but don't worry, this is where things are going to get very cheeky. Now immediately the enemy are just going to charge at us with, all that they have, which is fine. It's just a whole bunch of angry dark elves being, evil and angry. What do we do with angry dark elves that are very angry? Well, we just send in Taurox the Brass Bull because he can murder everything, along with his group of individually giga units that can just chomp on pretty much anything in existence. So we're just going to create the great big ball of death and charge them all directly towards the enemy. Meanwhile, the remainder of our forces just need to wait here. I suppose we can actually also start summoning our Cygors. Oh, look at this. They even brought shades towards us. Right, go in, Taurox. Go in. Murder them. Murder them. Come on. Yes, you've got this. Straight in we go. It's fantastic. Oh my goodness, this is going to go very well. All right, send in the Feral Manticore as well. All right, now Taurox is pretty incredible. He can, generally speaking, defeat just about anything and everything we throw at him, especially when we stack a plus 40% damage resistance with a plus 20% damage resistance, basically meaning he can no longer take damage and also he heals from attacking people, making him, pretty much unstoppable. Right, you know what? I think it's time that we sacrifice pretty much our entire front line here because ultimately it is relatively useless and we're going to be replacing it very shortly. So I'm just going to select all of the boring normal units, get them to group on up and sacrifice them into the front lines of the enemy as a distraction. And well, it looks like we've pretty much cleared up everything and yep, there we go. We've done it. Every single unit is routed. Splendid stuff indeed. We lost a couple of units, but it's fine because I was planning on replacing them anyway. So 317 losses isn't the end of the world to defeat a quest battle because by winning this quest battle, we gain an incredible item. An item that will make Taurox even more powerful. We win the Ruined Tortured Axes. Weapons that give us not only just flaming attacks, but also magical attacks and give us even more damage. Very, very lovely stuff indeed. Oh, and yes, now that this army over here is finished demolishing its camp, all you have to do to get rid of it is to very simply disband the army by getting rid of the Lord. Then, once again, just recruit a brand new Lord. Wabam, he's raised. Pop him inside of the settlement and demolishes 2 buildings for 2,400 gold. You just repeat this every turn. It's a very nice money maker. Okay, now I've made my way north a bit to go fight Oxyotterly, and this is where we're in a pretty interesting situation. We can just auto-resolve this battle instead of fighting it, and this is because we're going to start breaking all of the auto-resolves for one very simple reason. These Razorgore chariots are broken. Statistically and physically, they just have no counter. I mean, just look at them. They have 103 armor, 74 speed, 84 leadership, an incredible charge bonus, and decent weapon strength. Let's compare that instead to these Blackhorn Ravagers here. They have much less armor, only 38, what? They also have the exact same melee attack. It is so dumb. These units are just ridiculously broken. So yes, we shall auto-resolve, lose the Chaos Warhounds, but I don't care. I'm here for the dread. And would you look at that? They did very well. Fantastic stuff. Oxyotterly is dead. Well, I've got some fantastic news. I just noticed some Skaven wander in here and colonize this location, which is fantastic because that gives us more people to attack, and we love fighting people. I've also recruited one more Razorgore chariot unit because, you know, they're broken, and so we're just going to wander on in here. Oh, also we have some research available and some Skaven to attack. So yes, we're going to declare war on them because why not? And we're also going to start researching more and more ways to improve the Razorgore chariot units. Now, if we were to fight right now, we'd get a decisive victory with low casualties, so that's exactly what we're going to do. As, oh my goodness, look at all of these rat units. Yeah, we're just going to bypass the rats entirely and let the chariots do their job. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I might as well just run straight on and murder the rest of Oxalotl's men. So yep, we'll just reset our movement, wander right on over to this great big building they have here, and just burn it to the ground in a glorious decisive victory. And the Sword of Cain has been claimed. Oh my goodness, fantastic. Okay, brilliant. So that means we can now go and take the Sword of Cain from the person who's claimed it. Now it is only over here, and so naturally we're going to make a beeline towards it. The reason why we want to get ourselves the Sword of Cain is very simple. The Sword of Cain gives a whole bunch of debuffs. You lose public order. All of your units cost more to upkeep. But guess what? Beastmen don't care about public order. They also don't care about unit upkeep, making the Sword of Cain really, really, really useful. We're just going to go and murder the next set of lizard boys who just wandered on into the city that we just took, and lo and behold, of course, yes, they are all going to get murdered. Splendid stuff. Glorious victory for us. We can move on. Alright, and now we will beeline our way for the giant floating donut in the middle of the map, as I'm going to go and sail on over there, put down a gigantic herdstone, and get to work with killing the elves. Well, welcome ladies and gentlemen. We have landed on the donut with Taurox the Brass Bull, and immediately we murdered a single elfie village, and we're going to move on and steal the Sword of Cain, which is on this random level 5 lord. I know, it's incredible. So we're just going to go and murder him. Let's just go declare our war. We're bam, in we go. Doopa-doopa-doo, don't mind me. Oh yes, also we are now just chariots. Turns out Tuskegore chariots even more broken than the Razorgore chariots, which are technically even more expensive. Oh, you think you can run away? Oh, look at that cheeky AI trying to run. Well, the best thing about, of course, playing Taurox is you just press the redo button and go again. So this level 5 lord, as you can see, he has incredible weapon strength, all thanks to the Sword of Cain. Naturally, we're just going to go in and murder him. Now, of course, there's many ways to murder a legendary lord who has a sword that can literally sever reality itself. It's so powerful. Alternatively, we can do this 1000 IQ strategy, and that is to just get all of our chariots and then click. This is because all of our chariots, even the noticeably weaker Tuskegore chariots, believe that this combat will be a walk in the park, and that he is of exceedingly low threat to them. This is, yeah, it's just incredible, isn't it? I suppose I can even send in my mage because he's technically also on a Tuskegore chariot, so it works for him too. Anyway, let's see what he can do. Doopa-doopa-doo. Oh, he's getting thrown in the air, and away he goes. Look at this poor guy, just getting run over continuously. Oh, this poor little sausage. Right, well, let's see if he can technically kill any of our men. I'm even going to cast a buff on my chariots to give them increased weapon attack damage. And oh, look, he's already almost dead. He has so far done no damage whatsoever. Wait, no, this unit has taken about 100 damage. Fantastic. And the enemy lord is dead. It is as simple as that. These chariots are so stupid. They are just, there is no counter to them. The Sword of Cain is now ours, which is lovely. This gives us, of course, an event. Do we want the Sword of Cain or do we return it? Naturally, we want to claim it. So this goes straight to Taurox, giving him the Sword of Cain, making him unbreakable, giving him a gigantic ward save, and consequently, next turn, this being is going to become unstoppable. Also, we're going to pick up Creatures of the Herd, meaning our chariots now have missile resistance, even more charge bonus, and lo and behold, are even faster now. This is just ridiculously stupid. Oh my goodness, look at all of these armies that are next to us. We can fight all of them in one go. What a fantastic idea. Look at them, there are so many of them. There's like 3 elf armies right here, and we could fight all of them at once. No, I think we kind of have to. So let's just declare war on all of these elf factions here. So Trace is going to be declared war on. There we go, fantastic. And also the high elf lady needs to get murdered, Ariel. So there we go, we'll just declare war on her too. And you know what, we should probably go and murder them. So we'll attack this army first. Let's see if they want to actually fight. Of course they do, fantastic. Now this is a pretty decent army. Look at this, we've got some wizards wizards, we've got some rangers, we've got some spearmen. However will we survive? Well, if we auto-resolve, we're going to lose 1 unit. Now, I think we can do a little bit better than that, because I don't think we need to take medium casualties. So we're just going to do this one the old manual way. Oh my goodness. Right, let us just start deployment. And I guess we just start the battle as well. Let's just send in the brass bull. I suppose we can also send in the chariots and the rest of them. And also just our heroes. Why not? They can also just all join the fun. Where on earth are they hiding? Are they hiding in these little trees? Are the elves hiding in the trees? Who could have seen such a thing coming? And yes, of course they are. There they are. Fantastic. Right, men? Everyone over here, I guess. And so the chariot massacre now begins, as we are just going to let them attack whatever they want. Now, this first unit of Tuscarora chariots will probably go down, but it's okay. They cost absolutely nothing to recruit again, and they do splendid amounts of damage. Meanwhile, our lord here is just doing an excellent job of just murdering everyone. In fact, have we spotted the enemy king yet? Where are the leaders? Where are the enemy lords? There's one over here. Fantastic. Right, just go straight in towards them. I suppose I can also cast a Scourge of Cain right here. This will do a nice amount of damage. There we go. We'll just watch as the kills rack up for our king. Yeah, that one did good. That was a good one. Oh my goodness. We just legitimately can't even be damaged. It's amazing. Honestly, my lord hasn't taken any damage yet, and he's killed several hundred units, which is just lovely stuff indeed. The only things really doing damage to my chariots are enemy archers, so we're just going to start mopping all of them up. But generally across the board, these chariots, considering they're not meant to be a high-level unit, they're not meant to be something like this legendary Jabberslife, they are able to do so much damage, it is ridiculous. There we go, that was a victory. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it was that easy. That was fantastic. Well, GG's all round, I guess. We can just end the battle. That was a very easy, decisive victory. 32 losses. Look at the kills on the chariots. They're just so good. Why on earth would you want anything else? Okay, so that's one army that we've just defeated there. Honestly, I want to get rid of this Regiments of Renown and replace it with the chariots, because look at this. After the battle, the chariots didn't lose any units, right? So they just instantly full heal, because they're like siege equipment. So the battle is finished. They took damage. They all just instantly heal. No one took damage beyond a giant, a feral manticore, a little bit of a Jabberslife, and this terrible unit of Centaurs. We fought 2 armies simultaneously. Oh my goodness, and because we completed the Rampage Bar for a 3rd time, our weapon strength has been increased, and this can go up to plus 25%, which basically means the Sword of Cain becomes even more and more powerful. And you know what, we actually managed to complete his entire Rampage in 1 turn. Fantastic, right? I guess we pick up a Solar Eclipse event, and then also here a recruit rank increase. There we go, perfect stuff. Right, we're going to get rid of these terrible Regiments of Renown. They're gone. Instead, we could replace them with chariots, but we are going to actually pick up the incredible Cygor, which is quite possibly one of the most powerful units in the game at the moment, if not for the Jabberslifes, because they are just also very broken. Honestly, all of the new units, they're wonderfully overpowered. That is the only way to describe them. Fantastically, stupidly overpowered. Now, there's a few absolutely silly upgrades you can get on your Horde, and this is my favorite. The whole of Beast Filth. What this allows you to do is basically negate any enemy army's charge defense. It is insane, because it basically means your chariots can just waltz through the other side of enemies with absolutely no questions asked. It's glorious. Now, I'm just going to make a beeline for the capital of the donut down here to the south, because I think it would be good fun. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Siege of Loffen, where you're joined by a whole bunch of chariots and tall standing boys as we defeat the capital of the pointy-eared elves. So we're going to start this by very simply running everything we have right up to the front door and then taking out the walls. It's fantastic, and now that the walls are open, straight in the chariots go. Now look at this, white lines of trace, some of the best units in the game. Turns out very easy for chariots, absolute walk in the park. And now the fun begins. Right, we'll have the chariots deal with everything at the front, meanwhile everyone else will target whatever is standing at the back. It is going to go wonderfully. Suppose I should probably also summon a Sword of Cain, so I'll just do it on these guys standing right here, why not? There we go. That'll evaporate all of those archers. There we go, they're not going to fight anymore. Splendid stuff. Now, one of the issues with Chaos is we can't actually really get anything up onto the wall to deal with all of those annoying archers, but that's fine. And there we go, easy peasy, everyone has died. Lovely stuff indeed. Well, we can just end that battle, no problem. Casualties 0, all of the elves are now dead. Lovely stuff. These battles are so stupid. Honestly, the fact that the chariots don't lose any units, meaning they just do insane amounts of damage at the end of every battle, just means they are the perfect unit for Chaos, because you just never lose anything. We're just going to raise a Herdstone here in Lothern, because it seems like the right place to do it. Can become the Heart of Doom, giving us some nice bonuses. Faction-wide 10% decrease to war spells and increased melee attack against all high elf units. This is quite good. And right, we're just going to waltz on over to the Glittering Tower and murder Alistair Alistair the White Lion. Now, this is technically a pretty big battle. He's got some really nice units here, which are, of course, going to evaporate instantaneously to chariots. Chariots that cost no money, whereas these units cost thousands and thousands to upkeep. Well, it's time for our incredible deployment to begin. Very similar to all previous deployments in that everything is just going to charge straight through the enemy line. In come the chariots, watch them go and do some fun stuff. We've even released a Sword of Cain that has done some splendid damage and just shredded some units there. Lovely stuff. All right, let's send in the brass bull to go defeat the legendary lord. Where is he? Where is Alistair the White Lion? There he is. Go murder him. I just pop on all of the damage resistances, increase in weapon damage, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. The legendary Taurox having a lovely time, just absolutely smashing all of these poor units that stand in front of him. What are they even doing? What do they even think they can do? He just turns people to spaghetti. Oh, what an incredible being. Oh no, this is devastating. One of our Razorcore chariots actually lost a unit. That's incredible. I've never seen that. Oh, you don't get to see that very often. But there we go. That's glorious victory. The entire enemy army has now been completely and utterly wiped by the incredible Taurox. Let's just pop all of his abilities and murder this noble. Look at that. They have so much health. Oh wait, nope. Now you're down to half health in one hit. And then just kill that random unit behind him. And then finish him off. There we go. Lovely stuff. Good headbutt. And there we go. Let us finish off this poor little noble. And there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. They are very much dead now. Well, that was a glorious fight. We lost 4 units. They lost 1,500. Well, technically they lose their entire army because they're in a settlement. So they lose just over 2,100. That is insane. It is 20 to 1 odds my men have to fight. 20 units to each individual unit of theirs. And they just do so well. Look at that. 221 kills on that chariot. That is almost as good as Taurox the Brass Bull. And he has access to the Sword of Cain, for goodness sake. Oh, this game is so broken. I love it. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to perfectly balance this game and completely and utterly cheese it out of existence, I strongly recommend giving it a go and spamming as many little piggy boys as you possibly can. My goodness, they're amazing. Anyway, as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed watching, feel free to give this video a like. And hey, do consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of us choosing video games or reality itself. As always, a gigantic thank you to each and every one of our amazing patrons who make these videos all the more possible. Seriously, thank you very much. And if you sat there wondering what video you'd like to watch next, well, look no further than this one on screen now, hand chosen by myself to be absolutely perfect for you. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a lovely day and goodbye for now.